Good afternoon. My name is Bianca, and I'm making this episode about the Louise Inn and the activities on their property. And some of these activities are surrounding their property. I would like to talk about the white male that drives the black truck with the white door, a distinctive white door. Looks like he has a lot of utility equipment in the back. Looks like he has a female, I guess, that stays in the building. I'm on the second floor. She walks with a distinctive slope back, slanted back walk. I believe she has some type of monitor on her ankle. White female suspect. And I like to talk about, as you see in the picture, a picture I found, uh, to describe what this white male's car looks like. And I'd like to go back to talking about when I first moved up here. When I first moved up here, I was doing, a little bit of laundry. And one time I noticed they almost bumped into me um, going in the laundry area on the third floor. And then they almost did it again on the first floor. And I've been noticing weird behavior. And this is not a situation where I just don't want anyone in the hallway. This is what they'll make it seem like. Like, oh, she thinks she owns the hallway. No, it's nothing like that. I'm aware that I live in an apartment. You're going to see people all the time. You're going to hear people all the time. That's not what's going on. Okay. And it took me some time to pick up on their underhanded behavior, their human trafficking harassment behavior. And I guess this individual is not allowed on the property. His car is sometimes still parked on the property. Just a couple of days ago, I caught his car parked underneath my window. I was taking a walk. I found his car parked directly across the street. Felt very strange. One time at Highland Mart, him and Lisa were talking, and he walked past me. Didn't feel too great. Very uncomfortable. White male, like I said, black car, white door. And what Drew, and then his girlfriend, I think that's his girlfriend, she does a lot of harassment behavior, even this morning, because they're watching me on surveillance, in my home. So it looks like she's just coming out her apartment, but what she's doing is harassment behavior because I run into her at certain times and I catch her menacing around me, like trying to do something weird around me, fiddling on her phone. So I try to avoid these individuals as much as possible. And there was something else I wanted to mention, but yeah, just a lot of menacing from these two individuals on this property, and that wouldn't have anything to do with me per se, because that's for management to to address. But their menacing is directed at me, along with several neighbors that are working with this trafficking ring. And like I said, I was going to say, but didn't mention it yet. But what the straw that broke the camel's back was this morning. I went out, and like I said, I went out my door, and here comes the white female suspect out her door at the very same time, like some weird stuff, you know. And then I go to the store, and I come back and cat a corner from the parking lot of Anna Louise over in the 211 United Way building, but the parking lot on the side of it, the guy, the white male in the black truck with the white door was facing me across the street. And when I noticed him, he pulled off. So I'm like, this isn't just coincidence. This isn't just, you running into people that you live around. You live in close proximity to people in a community. You're going to run into people. No, this is organized crime, underhanded, that's going on right at the Anna Louise Inn. And I don't have evidence of it. And I encourage other women, even if you don't have evidence, do not doubt your gut instincts. Don't doubt what you're feeling. That you definitely want to evaluate though. So I'm not saying you don't want to evaluate, because at times, when gang stalking and human trafficking is happening, you don't want to believe, you don't want to do an imbalance of thinking everyone is. And I'm not saying everyone is a human trafficker, no. And I'm not saying every neighbor here is part of it. But what I am saying is there's quite a bit of neighbors that are included in it. And so I definitely wanted to make the public aware of what's going on. And as these things happen, I'm definitely going to be speaking out about it. I'm not a person that suffers abuse silently, and I'm not afraid to speak out against people who do wrong. Have I done wrong? Sure, I've done wrong, but I admit to my wrongs. And I'm not going to keep them hidden, and neither will the Anna Louise or the Gamble Nippert YMCA, neither will the Hamilton County judicial system and their illegal dealings of fraud and scamming. Look, it's been a pleasure, you all. I will make other episodes in the future. Peace, take care, and God bless.